Hello everyone out there in the music community. This is Mike or Soldier777 coming at you here. And on this episode of What's Spinning, we're going to discuss one album and have a brief discussion about that album. And the album we're going to talk about is Stryper, Murder by Pride, which originally came out in the summer of 2009, which I believe is July. Murder by Pride. And to put all this into perspective, what was going on with Stryper at that point in time, as you may know, back in 1992, Michael Sweet left the band, and the band continued on for about a year, mostly as a three-piece, and folded in 1993. Now, after releasing 5 albums, Young Black Attack, Soldier in Command, To Help the Devil, and God We Trust, Against the Law, and The Reason for Season Christmas single, and the Can't Stop the Rock compilation album with 2 unreleased tracks, 10 other of their hits or songs they selected for the album, 10 songs. So which is a 12-track compilation of Can't Stop the Rock. Now the band regrouped, I believe in late 2002, to record 2 songs for 7 the Best Of, and toured for that album in 2003, the Greatest Hits, which 7 the Best Of, as I said, had 2 new songs and was also a bunch of other songs from their first 5 albums, and a track from Can't Stop the Rock, 7 the Best Of. That came out in April of 2003. So the band came out as a trial run in 2003 and made official to regroup in 2004. Now, then he released Reborn in 2005, and after 4 years, they released Murder by Pride in 2009. Also, in addition to that, what was going on with Stryper during a 4-year period between that is that Michael Sweet put a couple solo albums, as we all know. His wife died, unfortunately passed away of cancer, Carla Ray Sweet, and he spent some time with the band Boston in 2008 as well, which leads up to this release, Murder by Pride. So Stryper from 2003 till around 2009, 2010 put out the Greatest Hits, 2 full-length albums. The Rock's Regime demos also came out in 2007 as well. So that was what was going on with the band at the time during that period. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about this album. Now, this is the Gritter Records reissue, and in addition to that, I believe that the layout was done by Rob Caldwell. Sorry, the remaster was done by Rob Caldwell, and layout was done by Scott Wires of No Like the Metal. So the Dream Team also worked on this album as well. This is the gold disc edition. There you have it, with that nice stripes in the background, which is really cool. And the booklet was similar to the original version, which they came in on Big 3 Records. Here's the front there, or sorry, inside. And here is the other part. Robert Sweet, Tracy Ferry, Robert Sweet, and Michael Sweet. And here's the liner notes with all the thank yous and everything like that. As you may know, too, Robert Sweet did not play drums at the album. Kenny Aronoff, who's in the John Crew Mellencamp band and other bands, played drums in this. Also, too, I don't understand why on both versions, this is from the original, why they had Ben Franklin, which I think is Ben Franklin, as a mock-up picture for Tracy Ferry. I don't know why they put Tracy Ferry in a picture. I have no idea why. It seems odd to me. Anyway, in addition to that, let's talk about the overall sound. The sound to me, I found that on the original version there were slight and very slight rough patches with the original album. It's very slight at certain raw areas. I find most or all of this was corrected on this album. This is much more of a smoother listen to me, in my opinion, than the original Big Three records, which was on Digipack. I sold that off a while back, the original version. Also, I kind of felt the arrangement of the songs on this a bit odd. They got Clips for the Sun as track 1, which I'm not too fussy on that song. To me, it's more of a punky type of song. I'm not a big fan of that song. I'm more of an alternative song. And also, I'm not keen on the song Mercy Over Blame. But all the other songs to me is quite good. That's only 2 songs that doesn't sit well with me. Now, what I did here, I did a sort of a version of how I felt the songs should be arranged on this album, and that's just my opinion only. Not to knock anyone else, or especially Michael Sweet, who created the album with the band. So if we were to leave off Eclipse of the Sun, or Eclipse for the Sun, and Mercy Over Blame, here's how I think the album should be arranged. And of course, this is my opinion. So Murder by Pride, number 1, 4-Leaf Clover, track 2, Peace of Mind, the Boston cover, track 3, Alive, which is one of the 2 ballads, is number 4, and The Plan is number 5. Then, and doing this in such a way that the album begins and ends with a bang on each side, or less on the vinyl side, for example. But Love will always show the remake of the old classic as number 1. I Believe, Love Is Why, and Running You, which is the other ballad, and Everything. That in my opinion should be or how I felt the album was run more smoothly. If we were to leave on probably Eclipse for the Sun, which is a better song, if you compare that with Mercy Over Blame, Eclipse for the Sun may be a better song. Maybe add that in as track 6 after The Plan. Maybe leave that one on and have 11 songs. But all in all, this is a good album. This to me is more of a transition album where it has the more of a modern hard rock metal. Not as modern Reborn, but has some modern elements, but yet has more of a classic Stryper we all know and love back in the 80s. But as you may know, Murder by Pride, No More Hell to Pay, was a full return to the classic Stryper. This is more a transitional album, which is to me is mostly the classic Stryper with a few elements of the modern type that Reborn, which was evident on a lot of Reborn. Anyway, folks, that's my review of this album. Let me know what you think. All the best and stay heavy. Bye now.